We are streaming. We are
I
streaming.
don't believe it. No, we're not, bro.
Jay gonna get mama.
We live, baby.
Now I believe it. There you go.
My fault, Jerry. I forgot.
Come on, bro. You know you can't forget, so it won't work out if you forget, bro.
Okay, so I'm not gonna try to do too much right now. I'm gonna keep it simple. Y'all can hear me?
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay, perfect. Let me see. Let me see if I can get the stream up. Is it still choppy?
On YouTube?
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
it sure is.
It's not saying any drop frames. This was driving me crazy.
Keeps driving me crazy.
No, it's chopped up right now.
It chopped everything.
This is Juice, by the way.
All
This
right,
is
hold on,
not.
hold on.
Why is I'm hearing that?
That's the old video.
Yeah, but that's the one it said it was live.
Yep.
You got
It's not
Fi-
even there on the page
yeah.
because let's keep trying over and over.
Yeah. Okay, this is the one that's actually live right now.
You can actually click on it.
Which one is that one? Bro, I'm just not gonna see what's going on you.
I need to see it
I mean,
before we can actually start doing anything. Hold on.
yeah, I know, definitely. No, you're right.
Oh, it's
Bro,
actually
this
clear.
joint
Oh,
It's
it's
not.
clear.
It's not bad right now.
Nah, it's pretty good
Ah,
right now. Oh no,
okay.
no, there we go. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I can see when the frame rate drops. All right, fellas. All right, let's do this. Y'all ready? I'm gonna start recording, so that way I have a recording of this as well. All right, three, two, one. Black, back up.
Hey yo,
Black, back up.
my fault. Why? I don't know why I just sat up here.
You gotta just change the whole.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Three, two, one.
Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Black.
Talk about says your man Jay.
What's going on? It's your boy MX Rich, and this is Keep
Keep
in
in
Mind.
mind. Come on, guys. We
Yeah,
gotta get.
Jerry be acting like he too bougie for that shit now. Jerry be like,
What? I said keep in mind.
did you, Jerry?
Did you?
Did you though?
Did you though?
Nah, I'm just messing with you, Jerry. What's it called? What's
Did
going
you?
on,
Did
fellas? What's
you?
going on?
Oh, did you send me the link for this? I'm sorry. Did you send me the link
You
for?
gotta go get it yourself.
All right, I'll just go get it myself. You're right. Go
You gotta get
ahead.
it yourself. You
Speak. Do
see
what you're
it?
doing. Do what you're doing. My fault. Do your thing, brother. I got this. This is Juice, by the way. This is.
This is not the live. What the fuck?
I'm in the live right now. Just go ahead, bro. Do what you was doing. Just record it.
So I'm saying we can't.
Go ahead, Rich.
And I need to share it my damn self. I needed to share. I needed to share. I needed to share. You see what I'm saying?
you,
What happened? What happened?
yo, yo,
All right, here.
yo, we are definitely live, yo. Yo, listen, bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Masterminds from all over, bear with us, please, as we try to get this whole new wave talking heads thing together, man.
Yeah, we
Because
figuring it out.
it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. We shout out to the freaking, producer that doesn't want to call himself a producer. our very own Mr. Rich, because this dude he's really
He said
pushing,
he's
bro.
not a producer.
I'm not a
Well, I
producer.
mean, he doesn't want anybody to call him a producer. I guess. Yeah, I
I
don't
Really?
know.
mean, producers are skilled at what they do. I mean, do
Brother,
I
you're very skilled.
I mean, do you
What we got going on here, bro? Like, was
Hmm?
this? Jace is saying he's definitely not the one. Black is like, nah, I'm not the one. So I mean, it only leaves
Brother,
one,
you
right?
are very skilled at this. Don't worry.
I appreciate you. You're definitely live. Is it clear? Is it clear, Mr. Rodriguez? Is it
Oh
clear?
my god,
Yes, clear.
that is
Watch.
definitely the question for right now. It is. What are we getting into? Let's get into it. Come on.
Let's get into it. All right, all
Order.
right. We got this going. All right. Oh, okay, perfect. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right,
Boom.
fellas.
What's up?
It's a new day.
Wow,
It's a
God.
new month. It's a new year. It's a new day. It's a new. All right, let me stop. All right. I just want to. I'm just trying out the mic and everything. I'm checking out the levels. That's why I'm doing all that. Sorry. All right.
Oh, okay.
Just go ahead, man.
I mean, honestly, I want to ask you guys how your week went by and everything since last we spoke. You know what I mean?
Same old same since last we spoke. Nothing new for
Okay.
real.
What about you, Jay?
My hair got longer, so you know what I mean. There's that.
Your hair
I
got
am
longer.
going this weekend. I am going to the
Okay.
cartel concert. I am very, 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 very ready
Yo,
for the concert.
let's hope he doesn't do what on that video that Rich said. That's
He'll be alright.
what
Yo,
that girl looks
honestly,
like.
low key, his performance doesn't even matter for real. Let's just be
Yeah, I mean,
honest.
yeah, that's true. That's
He's
true.
gonna
That's
be
true.
on the stage. His songs are gonna be playing, and it's going up.
It's
That's it.
it's, it's
That's it.
pandemonium. That's true. That's
That's
true.
That's
it.
it. I hear that. You're right. Black's
That's
right.
It's gonna be
it.
Black's right. Black's right.
That's
Can you
it.
let the people know what you talking about? Who you talking about, Black?
I'm talking about Vibes Cartel, his concert at Barclays. I'm not going to the Friday show. I'm going to the Saturday show. The Friday show was a little too crazy, niggas was wilding. So, I mean, the tickets wasn't that much cheaper for the Saturday show, but still, I'm going to the Saturday show though. Vibes Cartel, World Boss. If you go,
world boss.
Word boss.
Adija
Word
Palma, whatever you want to call him, he's all of those things.
teacher.
The king of the dance hall. It's up.
I the teacher.
I'm ready. I need to go right now though. I ain't going for. I wish it was like today. I swear
Yo,
to God,
bro,
I
Why
need to
is
go.
that?
Cause I want to go. I'm ready for that concert to happen.
it's
Like
gonna be up. Nah, it's gonna be a movie, bro. It's gonna be a
shit is
movie.
moving slow because it's not happening yet. Like I feel like I'm ready.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
excited.
he's more than ready. He is excited, bro. I've never seen Black this giddy, bro. My man is like, yes, yes. He's doing a little tap dance. He's like,
Bro, this is come on.
vibes.
Like you gotta understand. Like
No, you're right. You're completely right.
I literally grew up with this man's career, bro. Like
Yeah, look at Big Bro Cashflow said y'all back on national TV. Nah,
he
national
loved
TV is
calling it
crazy.
national TV.
What's it called, Jerry? What about you, man? What's going on with you? How was you?
I was good, man. Family is healthy, happy. Everybody doing their thing, so I can't complain, man. Living life. What about you, bro? Yeah,
Fucking my
out of here.
this nigga.
Nah, let
Yo,
me stop. Let me stop. All right, what's it called? Your Big Bro Cashflow was good. Glitch. What's a glitch?
it's probably like doing its thing. It's a jumpy thing, but
Oh yeah,
I'm
it jumps from time to time, man. We working on the connections and all that. You know what I mean? It's gonna jump from
I'm
time
good.
to time.
I'm good, right? Yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah.
it called?
Bear with us.
All right, fellas. I named this episode. Black gave this topic, and I wanted to go with this title. Do black women? Matter of fact, Black, please let's go in. Get us going in your the first topic. You know what I mean?
So the topic, I work at a job with a lot of women. Everybody have siblings and shit. So we were just talking about it, and the topic that came up was, do black mothers favor their sons more than they favor their daughters, and what is the reason for that? Why do we think that is? So I don't know if you want to go and speak on that.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I believe it's like a almost like a natural thing, right? For like mothers to kind of maybe not favor. I wouldn't say favor the sons, but I feel like naturally the daughters grow up to kind of be like the ones to go off and start their own family, right? So there becomes like a disconnect on that end, whereas the mother feels like the son is going to be the one to, and go out and continue the bloodline, so to speak, or whatever. So I don't. It might be like that big of a difference, or it might be nothing. But I know that they don't call them mama's boys for no reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a big thing when sons are like have that kind of connection with their mom. I mean, think of it this way: between the three of us, how many of us can say that we have issues based on the relationship we've had with our mother? It's our fathers were either not there, or they were there, but like at the end of the day, we modeled a lot of the things we did and how we felt on the way our moms kind of raised us. So that right there shows us that there is a very big role that our moms play for boys or young men. um and
I have to agree.
yeah, I mean, but it's a cross. I don't think it's just it's a Caribbean thing. It's a, I mean, it's like a even an American thing when you think about it, bro. Like, boys get away with so much more than girls do. It's so much different for the way they're raised. I don't know.
Hold on. I think the people are saying they can't hear me.
I can hear you. Can y'all can't hear Rich?
I can hear you.
Let me know if y'all can hear me or not.
Yeah,
Y'all
can't
should
hear
be.
you, Richard.
They said
Yeah,
they hear,
they hear you
they
fine.
hear
Go
you,
ahead.
Rich.
They can,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
oh, okay. What she
yeah.
told? What's
That's
we
good.
can hear you
She
now,
said
but
for
not when
just
you.
1 second she couldn't hear you.
But not. But when you spotlight, there's no sound.
Don't get
Oh,
up.
okay. Uh,
Just don't spotlight. Just leave it. Stop spotlighting.
Yo,
nah.
don't
I'm spotlighting, nigga. I'm spotlighting.
leave it
You
on
just
you,
said
bro.
there's no sound when you spotlight, so why would you keep on spotlighting?
Wait. All right. Wait. Hold on. There's no sound at all. Like when Jerry was just speaking, there was no sound at all. Everybody, Catherine and Natasha. When
Can we get back to the topic?
hold on, no. I just, bro.
Yeah,
We need to fix this.
yeah.
No, we don't. If we just
I
don't
got
spotlight.
The sound. Their sound works for spotlight. What? It works now. All right. Thank you. All right.
We good. We good.
Yo, what's going on? Y'all hear me? No? Yeah, no.
Oh, now y'all can hear me. Okay. I get it. I get it. All right, everyone. Can you guys, Rich? You just be mad close to the camera anyway. You need the spotlight.
Spotlight.
Like, yo, you know what? Honestly, everybody, this is ridiculous. All right, now everybody should be heard. Even no, everybody should be heard in every spotlight now. All right.
Got it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll back up here.
Now, I don't. What I feel like, low key, I don't feel like it's the fact that the mothers like the sons more or treat the sons better. What I think is just not for nothing. It's a male female relationship. We're men. The way we talk to our mothers, the way we treat our mothers is not going to be the same way that our sisters talk and treat to their moms. Those are two women. Like, at some point when they reach a certain age, they're literally going to start clashing. Like, if you got sisters, you know that once they reach a certain age, them and their mother, they both looking at each other like two women, two queens, and two queens can't mix. It's impossible.
Two queens can't live in one castle.
So
Is what
once
I'm
they,
saying.
so once they start, once
Living
they
with
turn age, I feel like
so
that's what it more is. But whereas with your son now, we love our moms. Like you said, we mama's
talk.
boys. So when we talking to our moms, you know what I mean. We, and probably especially if we got a single mother. Now that's a little added factor too. We probably giving her the hugs that she don't get. You know what I mean? Like from men, like you know what I mean, is all of that too. So I don't feel like it's a way we. I feel like the guys just love their not love their mothers more, but just treat their mothers differently in more of a loving way than with daughters. Not to say that daughters don't love their mothers, but you know.
All right. Well, me personally, Oh, okay. Let me make sure I put y'all won't be able to talk in here. Let me put y'all combos. Wait, what did I just do? Great. Fuck. I just did some bullshit. I'm sorry, y'all.
Little girl, and that's exactly what it's gonna be. She gonna be looking at her daughter like her daughter is literally gonna have the same attitude as her, but she just gonna be like, who she thinks she is, like you know what I mean? And that's just they going clash.
Kenyatta Sabri says, not always. I've seen very close mother daughter relationships. Toxic mothers are the problem. You know what's funny? I'm glad she said that comment. Somebody I forgot who I saw say it this week on the
Mm-hmm.
internet on IG, but they said, "Do you know who's a child's first enemy in life?
Who?
Uh um a toxic parent.
Okay,
A
I just
toxic
I can understand what that is.
You know what I mean? A toxic parent is a child's first enemy in life because of the fact that they start everything off on the wrong course from the very beginning. You know what I mean? But the moms be jealous. LOL. Not all. I mean, Kenyatta Sabri said
But
the
what's
moms
a
be
what's a
jealous.
toxic thing?
Huh? What's a toxic parent? Like, say you have
It
a
depends
parent.
on your
Say you have a parent that's like on Munchausen that has Munchausen syndrome or something like that. You know what I
I
mean?
should have
Like
fuck you up. Yeah,
that should fuck you up. Look at Eminem. You know what I mean? Like
I
stuff like
feel
that.
like
Like
I feel like any parent period though that just like whatever issues they got, like it's not. I don't even feel like it's their fault sometimes. Sometimes it's just your kid is who you have to put it on, like for real, like
mm, okay, all right.
you know what
mm,
Me, I didn't get
yeah.
my.
Listen, go ahead. My
No, go
fault.
ahead, Jerry. Go ahead. You're more than welcome to go. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that back to the topic. I didn't really, judge my mom fairly throughout, like me growing up and watching like my stepdad and my mom and interact. Not saying that their relationship was at all good or like something to look up to because they
Mm-hmm.
had, they were of course just trying to figure out themselves, but. Um, Mom a fair judgment, and that was just based off of her being my mom. Like Black says a lot of the time, it was just like, yo, that's my mother. So I can she can do no wrong. She gave, you know what I mean? Like she gave birth to me, even though it's both my parents that, worked on it. There would be no me without the seed too. So it was just, I feel like it's just natural that way for a son to really not judge their mothers as fairly as they would judge their fathers, and mothers treat their sons slightly different than they would treat their daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
I respect that.
you know what I mean, my wife does that. She treats the sons different than she treats the daughters. I'm not saying that she treats the daughters unfairly, but they definitely have a separate thing that they tap into when it comes to my wife treating my daughters
Yo,
one
Curtis, what's
way and
going
treating
on?
my sons
Well, I will say this. Like, I've definitely seen your wife definitely be like, that's my little boy. Like I've seen your wife do that. So, I definitely can agree that there is a difference. I will say this. I'm not a mother, and I can't speak for mothers or anything like that. But I wanted to say that pretty much, I genuinely feel that the reason the moms may behave a certain way with their daughters is because of the fact that they see themselves in their daughters and don't want those same mistakes they made. Like, so they hold them to a different standard because of the fact that they know that they're raising a woman that they are, and sometimes they try to live through their child. Sometimes it's very possible, like they said, some moms are jealous of their child. sometimes it's really like, I fucked up and had a baby at this age. I don't want you doing the same shit. So I'm gonna be at this level with you that I don't need to necessarily be at, but I don't know how else to make you not make the mistakes that I made. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then there's those, like they said, there's those toxic parents where it's like the mom still want to be young and feel like their daughter may have taken their beauty or their youth from them. There's those moms too. So you know what I mean? Like they don't feel that way towards their sons. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
Said it too. They're looking at their daughters and they're seeing them like, oh my God, this is what I could have been or what I used to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all of that. So, like you said, it's all of those things. When they see us, they just see us as their baby boys. We're their sons. Like, I don't know. It's just.
Yeah. Natasha said something that I feel like was powerful. She says, we don't see our parents as human until we get older, which
That's
is
a
crazy
fact.
because
That's fact.
that's a
Yo,
big
bro.
fact. Like we, you know
I
what I mean,
did
growing
not.
up,
I
you don't get to
literally.
realize that your parents are just humans.
I literally did not see my mother as a human being until like in my late 20s. Then I realized like,
Yo,
Kenny, we appreciate that, Kenrick.
this is yeah. This is a person trying to. This is a person trying to figure it out too. You know
that's what I'm
what I mean?
saying. Like, there's still shit she trying to like get together. Like, it's crazy. For real.
Catherine Mature said, girls are genetically more mature, don't need as much nurturing. Kenrick Lowe said, yo, happy to see you guys are back and looking very professional. We appreciate that. Catherine Mature also said, like, you want to cook every time you see your son. They want the girls to be cooking. Oh, okay. I mean, that might also have to do with it in our culture. Our cultures might have something to do with it too, because in our cultures, the women are to cater to the
My
men.
wife just said, "I want every one of my children."
Huh? What'd you say?
No, my wife just said, "No, I want every single one of my children to cook."
I think, bro, why not? Like, come on, that's an essential life skill, bro.
Yeah, cooking is important. I will have to
Yeah.
agree. Cooking is important. Cooking is very important.
Like, you don't got to be top
It's
chef.
important.
What's it called? But all right, so
Ooh,
oh, go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Kenyetta Sabri says, "I don't agree with the girls needing as much nurturing." Because in the comments, we're hearing that girls don't need as much nurturing. But is that a fact? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about
They
that.
might
Yeah,
need
I see.
just
I
as
see
much
two people
or
write that
not
already, and I don't know.
You don't
Curtis
feel
said,
like,
Yeah.
Curtis said, mothers know once their daughters are lost, there's no coming back. So you got to be hard on them. That's a fact. That's a fact. You end up with a little loosey goosey daughter.
Damn.
she's gone.
She's gone.
Again,
Yo,
we're not mothers, so
listen,
we're
Jay-Z
not mothers.
said it. He said you can't
Let's not get
turn a bad girl good, but once a good girl's gone bad,
But what's
She's
a
gone
good
forever.
she's gone forever.
Hey.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yo,
That's a fact.
yo, that's a fizzy, bro.
If any,
That's a fizzy.
Kenyatta said, if anything, I feel like we need more. I mean, that girls tend to be more independent because they make us independent. But that's exactly what I was trying to say. I feel like especially in like, I don't know about America, like I don't know about like FBAs, like Foundational Black Americans, but like in Caribbean culture, the women are they're supposed to cater to the men, so they do that with their sons as well. You know what I mean? They just kind of carry it over. That might also play a part in it. You know what I mean? But anyway, we want to move on to the next topic.
Yeah,
because Jerry said he's on a time crunch. You know.
Shout out to the siblings, whatever they are. You know, love you. Your parents love you at the end of the day.
yo, definitely.
What you think?
Your parents definitely love you.
Shout out to yo. We're the ones that actually made our parents a family. So I mean, I found this out on this show. So I mean, like,
Yes.
I mean, shout out to the siblings all
Without
over
kids,
the world.
you're not a family. They say.
Yes.
They say without kids, you're not a family.
Yo,
But anyway, I wanted to talk about.
And we fact checked that. That was a fact check on the show.
Yeah. I want to bring up something a little more hard hitting. About a week ago, it was on the news. There was a 17-year-old boy named Carmelo Anthony. Very odd that he has the basketball player's name, but he was arrested for first-degree murder. He's a track runner. He was at a track meet, and I guess he was in a different like area outside of his team's area, going to go visit a friend, and while there, the media portrayed it as he went there, got into an altercation when somebody told him he couldn't be in that area because he's not on that team, and he stabbed somebody in the chest and killed this person. And supposedly his twin, the person he killed is this white young man that he stabbed in the chest. This white young man that he stabbed, and he had a twin brother that like kind of like held his brother as he died or whatnot.
Yeah.
They gave this portrayal like it was like the saddest. I mean, it's still sad. Don't get me wrong.
It's
like,
sad. Yeah.
it's
Come
very
on.
sad.
Yeah. You're not gonna say
they portrayed it as like this man, this black kid. Just is. Why would he have a knife at a track meet? Which that is a very good question. Why would he have a knife at a track meet? But I mean, maybe he knows the type of neighborhood he's gonna be in. Who knows? You know what I mean? But very tragic. Young high schooler lost his lost his life. And they gave this portrayal of this black man as pretty much a monster, first degree murder.
Mm-hmm.
A few days later, you come to find out that those two brothers, the one that died and his brother that held him, they're bullies. They're huge bullies, and they're not like little. They're not little guys. They're like 6 feet.
No, they're athletes.
They're football athletes, like lacrosse or football or something like that. Or
they them Viking white boys. Them big ass, country redneck white boys. Yeah, that's what they are. I'm like, listen. I'm only saying that to paint the picture of what they are.
Got
you know what I'm saying? That's what they are.
All right. Well. Pretty much they tried to portray them in a certain way, and they, like I said, they come to find out those two boys are bullies in their school or town, and they kind of were trying to bully him when he ended up stabbing them. When he ended up stabbing the brother. Now, my question is, do you think if it was two black guys bullying a white boy and he killed, and the white boy killed a black gentleman, would they have portrayed that white boy in the same light if he was the murderer and being bullied by two black brothers? What do you think, Jerry?
I mean, come on, man. This is a tale as old as time, man. We know what it would have possibly. I know there's a bunch of people who are arguing, let's not do that. Let's not, switch, and all of that. And at the end of the day, like, I really don't want to do that for the simple fact that I know it would be a different story. We know this would be put.
I agree with you with that, Jerry. I don't want to do that neither, because wrong is still wrong at the end of the day. But we know that. But we know that we, especially as black men in that situation, I know what that kid was thinking. I low-key, as a teenage boy, I always carried a weapon on me too. Like that's real shit. Like always had, whether it was a pocket knife, a screwdriver, I walked around with weapons. So I can understand why as a teenager he's walking around with a weapon, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? That's because that, and especially he knows, like, he's going to this area where he knows he's probably not wanted. I'm not gonna lie. He's going to a place where he's knows he's probably not wanted. You know what I'm saying? And those two boys is probably the rival track. You know what I mean? That was like,
that's the thing. That's the thing. Those two boys weren't even on the track team, Black.
Oh, they weren't.
They weren't even on the track team.
Okay,
they were there visiting a friend. They're checking a friend at the meet. They're not even on the team.
Oh, I thought they were on the team.
They're not even on the track team. Those two white boys. Like, and Jerry, I hear you with the whole I don't want to. I don't want to take it there, bro. They already took it there by trying to portray this man in a certain way and not giving the true story. Like, we always want to take the high road. We always want to take the high road. Fuck that shit. Like, bro, like they already portrayed, like, just like how they did Trayvon Martin. Oh, he stole Skittles before in his life. Well, I guess that means he deserves to die because of it. You know what I mean? Like the way that they go about doing things, and we always have our people that's like, I already acknowledged that it was wrong. I already acknowledged it's tragic that a boy lost his life. I already acknowledged that. However, I feel as though if the roles were reversed, they portrayed it as those black kids were bullying that white boy, and that's why he had to do what he had to do. What's that boy's name Not Dylan Roof. What that boy's name that killed that brought his rifle to that protest and then ended up shooting a skateboarder or whatever, and he got off scot free, and now he's like some big MAGA dude now.
Kyle something.
Kyle Rittenhouse. Right? Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
Rittenhouse.
Perfect example. Kyle Rittenhouse. He travels state lines with his rifle, goes to a protest talking about he's protecting his country. From what? Protecting his country. Gets in an argument or whatever. People are trying to take his gun from him. He blasts somebody. He's 16 years old. Blasts somebody, and he gets off. Would that in all of those situations?
Rich, I'm saying it proves my point. What that says is that there are certain privileges allotted to certain people, and those people who have those privileges know that. And and at the end of the day, it's sad that this happened, and of course this is a tragedy. And the young black man who stabbed that young kid is going to get the book thrown at him. I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's going to look good for him. And I'm not saying that he should get off scot-free or anything like that. But I mean, we should know that. I think it sucks, and we should always have this platform and other platforms to talk about it. But we should know this, because that's the reason why I have to prepare my children to walk out of the home half the time, because I know that they are going to be looked at unfairly. They're going to be treated unfairly. They're going to be seen as a criminal before they even in a freaking in a vest in a full suit. They're going to be considered a criminal depending on who that person is that's judging them. So we have to understand the state that we live in, guys. We live in almost for us, at least, a state of emergency where the rules are not the same for us. And we kind of have to move around understanding that.
All right. Well, I don't disagree with anything you just said. We definitely have to learn how to move that way. But my next question in regards to this is, how is it that as a community that we can change that, where we can change the media trying to portray us in that manner? What is it that we can do as a people that can start having people not try to portray us in that manner anymore? Or is it something that they're gonna do regardless because of the country that we live in? Yeah. Huh? What?
Separate ourselves from them. That is the only way it's going to happen.
But when you separate yourself from them,
But
hold on. When you separate yourself from them, but you still live in the same nation as them, you're going to interact with them to some degree. You're going to whether it's crossing lines with each other, okay. And in those situations when we cross those lines, they'll still be able to give the same portrayal. They'll still be able to portray us in the same way.
Very wrong.
Here's my thing.
Look at the comments. Kenyatta Sabri said they're gonna do it regardless.
Natasha Rodriguez said, we know that. This is what I'm saying. This is why we have to you just gotta know. We just gotta know as people that they're gonna do it regardless, like everybody is saying. And we just gotta know, all right, we're over here, y'all over there. Yeah, we're gonna cross. I know when you cross how you look at me. I don't have to be in your space for that long. Wherever we're crossing at, it's gonna be a cross. I just want to get away from you. I don't care, because we got to stop caring about.
I want to take it a step further. Take it a step further. I agree with you, and let's add to that. When we do go away, let's build those networks that group seems to have, which is the poppin' lawyers, the poppin' judges, the freaking, everybody who can vouch and work on their side. This is what we go away to do. Listen. We get out nothing but HBCU lawyers and judges and doctors and all of those things that they have a whole abundance of people who actually go out into this world and look after their own. We need that too. We need to go and gather our black and brown lawyers, doctors, engineers, whatever it is. Build our own homes, have our own businesses, have our own banks, so that if we do get into a situation in which we have to cross paths with these people, we have a network. I stabbed this person because I was defending myself. And I have lawyers and I have a whole team that's going to make sure they go to bat for me to make sure I get off. or a year, I would get like mad time off or whatever the case may be. Oh, let me get my Johnny Cochran on. You know what I mean? So I could make sure we good.
This is
But
what
at
I'm
the end of
saying.
the
Like
day, we
I
don't
feel
have
like
enough.
if segregation was to happen today, we would be okay. Like we would flourish in segregation.
You know, that's the thing. I don't agree with that. I don't
Why
agree
not?
with that because one, when we had segregation, we clearly were fighting to stop it for a fucking reason. Like, I don't
What was the
agree. I think I wasn't alive during the time when we was fighting to integrate.
You know
Like,
what? You know what the reason was
But
at that time?
didn't Dr.
We didn't, and
have
I
access
feel
to
like
didn't Dr.
education
King
and all of that.
say
Black.
immigration is bad?
we have that now.
Hold on,
We
Jerry.
have all of these things now.
Hold on, Jerry. Say what you said again. Hold on, Black. I'm sorry, Jerry. Say what you said.
I said, didn't Dr. King realize that very mistake that I'm
Integrate to a
afraid
burning
that I'm
building.
leading my people into a building.
Yes.
Okay, now
It's that the integration that he wanted ended up being the Achilles heel that destroys us, I guess.
Bro, you
All
never seen that documentary. You never seen that documentary where the black man, he said after segregation, all he wanted to do was go to this white restaurant. He said he went to the white
It was
restaurant.
the worst food ever. I know.
And he was like, what the fuck?
I fought for this.
Like nigga.
No, but all right, check it out. Nah, listen. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I don't believe in that we'll flourish without segregation for one reason. You cannot feel as though you're going to we'll be segregated, but still be under the thumb of the masses. Like if the only way we're fully segregated is if we have our own government, we have our own police, we have our own hospitals, we have everything. They're not gonna allow even our own army. They're not gonna allow that. It's impossible to have two nations in one land,
Nah,
bro.
you see, that's not what I'm. I don't.
Then that's not real segregation, because you know why, Black?
Because segregation back then wasn't that. It wasn't a
Exactly
black
my
army and a
point,
white
and that's
army.
why it wouldn't work. It wouldn't have worked then neither. It wouldn't have sustained for long term, because if you have no one to defend, like say we're segregated in this country, right? Kind of like black people on this side, white people on this side. When the white people do something to us, commit a crime against us, who's there to defend us? If the government and the law is all them. So segregation will never work out unless we get all of those. We need a full government, military, police force, all of that. So that way, when a crime is committed against us, we have
I don't feel like
us.
we need to go as deep as like police force, but
Then
I feel like as far as in the government part, you're right.
Yo,
In the government, it has to be, if we're doing segregation in the government, it has to be black and white. The police force is already mixed. Black is everybody in the police.
What'd you say, Jerry? And what do they say about black people in the police force a lot of times? They ain't black no more.
That they're blue.
Exactly. Now, I'm not saying it's all of them. I know, I understand that. But Jerry, go ahead. What you was gonna say, Jerry?
No, I don't know, babe. Come on now, Jesus Christ.
Captain Matthew
said,
"Listen,
that's the reason. That's the reason we're gonna have to end this show a little quickly. My wife is trying to give me the wink. You know what I'm saying? But listen,
Jerry, you can go.
What I want.
You can go.
No, I can't with her. But no, what I was saying before is I disagree, and this is the reason why I disagree. When the French immigrant, let's say I'm just throwing French immigrants out there. When French immigrants are mistreated in America, they have an entire government in France that will come and check America and be like, yo, I hear you treating our people bad over here. Italians, when they come over, they are treated poorly. They have the Italian government come to America, say, yo, guys, I'm not feeling what y'all did. Y'all need to make sure y'all take care of our Irish or Italian Americans that live in America. We don't have an Africa to back us if, God forbid, something goes down in America and we're mistreated. That's the connection we need. We need the connection to have the backing of a strong nation that, God forbid, the people who have extended from them get mistreated in America. There is an entire nation that will go, yo, there is mistreatment going on here. We won't trade with y'all. We won't do this with y'all. We won't do that with y'all until y'all treat our people better.
But see, Jerry, that's the thing. Hold on, Jerry. Jerry, I hear what you're saying, but the thing is, foundational Black Americans don't feel as though Africa is the person who should be representing them. They feel as though they are Americans. Period.
Facts.
They feel like so that whole
Facts.
idea. So as what you just mentioned, they
That's why I
don't
said-
view them as that. They don't view
No,
them
but that's why I think that's not to cut you off, Rich, but I feel like that's why Jerry's saying what he's saying. Also, like they don't have anybody too, because of that. The Americans from here, the Black Americans, don't want to be considered for real African Americans or anything like that. Like they don't feel connected. Why I don't know, but
well then that's a disconnect. That's what I'm saying. It is back to that connection. I wouldn't now. I know like,
what's the
we
WhatsApp
talk
number?
about this all the time, fella.
I'm talking to Rich, my fault, Jen. She was saying, what's the WhatsApp number for Nigeria?
What the hell is she talking about? It was a joke.
She was just being funny.
Yeah, so we could call Nigeria. Not a problem.
Yo, he never catches jokes, bro. Rich would never catch a joke in his life.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I
Yo,
can't
Rich
joke.
is so literal. He's
hold on. I do.
Guardians, bro. He's so literal.
I do want to say this in regards to the topic because he's getting. I know Jerry's wife getting the wink wink and all that. I genuinely feel as though that whole idea of segregation.
Okay, because you know what? Hold on. I know what you're about to say. You feel like the whole idea of segregation is bullshit. So I'm gonna ask.
I don't feel like it's bullshit. I don't feel like it's bullshit. I feel as though if you're gonna do segregation, you need it to be in full, where you have all your own resources. You can't have segregation where you live in this nation and you still have to go to the people in charge for electricity. Because guess what? If they don't fuck with you, no more electricity for you. No more. You cannot have. You need every single thing that makes this country run individually for ourselves. That's it. Period.
I agree with you.
So it's never gonna work. That whole idea, like, oh, we should bring segregation back. No, that shit is stupid. You can't be segregated in a country where they make all the laws and all the rules. Who's protecting
So listen, no, but this is my point. When I'm saying, because what you're saying is what I'm saying. Because I'm not saying we should only be segregation like, oh, blacks live here, whites live here. No, I'm saying from the top to the bottom. Let's do it, like you said. Even
then it can't be in America. Then it can't
even
be
in the government, we just the only thing that is when it comes to the government.
Who says that?
In the government, we gotta just have gotta have representation, like real representation, not the representation that we have now, like real black representation. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, not like the representation that's there now. Like, that's kind of like finicky or whatever. Like, I'm not really a politics nigga, and I don't really like to talk about politics, but still, at the end of the day, you understand what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, just like you said, from the top to the bottom, if we're doing segregation, from the top to the bottom.
Okay, 100%. Now Black, how? Wait, first, Jerry, before I get to you, Black, Jerry, what were you gonna say? Who said what?
I mean, who says that we can't we can't live in America while trying to live, I guess, amongst just ourselves. That's exactly what the Indians come over here and do. That's exactly what the Asians come over here and do. And you see what happens to the Indians, Jerry? I drive through. Well, I'm talking about right now, bro, because there are parts of freaking Queens where I grew up that are absolutely that they're Indian. There are parts in Brooklyn that are absolutely Hebrew. The schools and the stores and Little China everything is in freaking Chinese or in their language, bro. Who's to say that you can't come in here and build a China in America? Nobody says that, bro. Only we're saying that. Why?
Kenyatta said it best earlier, and she's saying it right now. We definitely can. We have done it already. And the thing is, if you are the person they are persecuting, they will burn it down. They will tarnish it. They will.
You can't do that no more.
What do you mean they can't do it no more? Yes, they can.
It's different times, bro.
Black
was doing that to these niggas, bro.
I'm not saying they can't do it no more. No. You know what? I agree with Rich. I'm not saying they can't do it anymore. What I'm saying is that, bro, we are the ones that build civilizations. We can definitely have a way in which we communicate, and the people that we are keeping out of our bubble are out of our bubble. It's not hard to do that, but it's very hard because we need unison between all of us.
Unless America is literally gonna come and say, like, yo, they're coming to they're gonna have to come like today. They're gonna have to come and be like, yo, we don't want the black civilization to be apart from us anymore. We're gonna go bomb their shit. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna have to come out and say that shit.
They don't
bro.
have to come out and say nothing. They can just do it and be like, "Fuck it." Yo, all right.
And then what? And then what? So they're gonna
And then what? What do you mean,
This
yo,
is where
bro?
we
Trump
differ,
is
Rich.
literally
This is where
locking
we
niggas in
differ.
Guantanamo Bay right now, and what's happening? Nothing. You guys act like it's that hard. It's not that
Rich.
hard.
But what I'm saying is this, and then they're just gonna be proving the point that they're just racist people. Like they're just gonna.
Hold on. Let me show you something.
You think the whole nation? You're talking
Let me show
about
you
one
something.
man. I'm not talking about one man.
Let me show you
You're
something.
talking about one man. I'm talking about the whole nation.
Let me
You
show
think
you
the whole
something real quick.
nation
Let
is
me
going
show
to
you
do that?
something real quick. Let me show you something real quick. Hold on. Where's my messages? Hold on. Let me see if I can get.
Rich, the only thing that I seem to always get disappointed in is the fact that you make it seem like we're the only group that can't do it. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy or it's not going to be hard. But what I'm saying is that it's been done. It can be done already, and it could be done in a way in which we can't. There is no way that it is penetrable. It is impenetrable as the other groups that have made their their religion and their way of life,
all right,
the way they live, impenetrable.
Jerry, I get what you're saying, and the thing is, those countries, like you said, have nations to back them. Those countries can come to the table and be like, we produce, we have here. We can come to the table and say they can come to the table and be like, we have this. You cannot not have us at the table because we do this. Black people in America don't have any of that, and to come to America and say, you know what, help us. You know what, we want to build our own stuff in your country, and we want to build our stuff in your country, and we want to regulate our stuff ourselves. It's not gonna happen. Like you, Black, you said you asked a question earlier about can they just get rid of stuff? Look at this. You see this right here? Hold on, let me show you the next one. Look at this.
Yeah, Trump is not going after slavery exhibits.
Look at this.
At the National Museum.
Yeah, I seen all of that.
And that's in plain sight. They don't care if they know if you think they're racist. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. You see this, right? And now this is what it says instead.
Bro, and that's perfectly
listen,
fine. Rich.
Them saying, "Oh, this doesn't exist anymore." That shit still exists, bro. This is, and these are the things because they say, "Oh, they took it out of their history." That shit is still existing. Just those things are deleted, but you can just pull them up right there. It's our job to teach. That's what we have to do. It has to be taught.
And I'm not mad at.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that doesn't matter because they say, "Oh, it's not a part of it." Nigga, they've been telling us shit that we did don't matter. They've been doing that shit, nigga. Why is this hurting your feelings now?
That's the thing. Hold on, Jerry. That's the thing, Black. It's not hurting my feelings. You're not getting what I'm trying to say. And everything you're saying about we can build and we can teach and all of that is 100% factual. I'm trying to say we cannot do it and think that we will be independent when you're just like those other people you named, Chinatown and the Jews or whatever, all those people, right? They still have to follow all the laws and rules created in this country. When they want you to be mad at Jews, they will say something in the news and you'll hate Jews. When Corona came out, they wanted you to hate Chinese. They said the China virus, niggas was hating Chinese. When during 9/11, they want you to hate Muslims, you're gonna hate Muslims, and it will get everybody. Because I seen black people make jokes about niggas bombing when they see a nigga with a beard and a fucking turban on their head. So the media will brainwash everybody. You don't understand that when you're in a country and you do not control the media. I don't know who said it earlier, but I think it was Kenyatta. She said, whoever controls the media, that's what's going to end up happening. We cannot change anything until we control the media. And you cannot control the media in this country because it's not your country. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't disagree with anything you guys are saying that we can do independently. 100%. I just don't think it can be done in this country. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
So here's my question to you. What do you think should happen then? Because you're just debunking what we think should happen. What do you think should happen?
What do I think should happen?
Yes.
Good question.
That was a great question, Black. That was a great question. Honestly.
Because I know what he's about to say. So that's why I asked him the question. Go ahead.
Honestly, either we need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
We need to leave, or I personally feel like if we continue to get more presidents who stoke the flames of division in this country, it's gonna lead to war.
Are you ready? Are you prepared to leave America right now?
Me personally, right this second, no, I'll be lying.
Are you prepared to leave America?
I'm gonna tell you this too. I wouldn't even be happy to leave America.
And another question.
This is what I'm
Rich,
saying.
Rich,
So this because Rich, this is what I'm trying to get to. Hold on, Jerry. I'm sorry. This is what I'm trying to get to. We don't want to leave here.
No.
We don't. That's just simple. Because everybody be saying it like, oh my God, Trump was I'm moving to Canada, nigga. We love America.
Some people did move though.
Not a lot. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah.
We love, like, at the end of the day,
ahead,
we love America, bro. At the end of the day, like, we see when the Olympics come around, niggas get real patriotic during the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like we
Black,
can't
you be
act
repping
like
Jamaica,
we don't, huh?
You be repping Jamaica.
Only during track I rep Jamaica. But the rest of the Olympics in the USA.
He gets to rep both. And is that not the beauty of it all, Rich? He gets to rep both. I get to rep.
I do rep
If
both.
I see Haiti in the Olympics, my nigga, I'm going straight.
Yeah,
You know
facts.
what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
it's just,
Facts.
for me, I feel like, okay, so Black asked you if you are ready to leave America, and you said, and you replied no, right? At this moment, no.
Natasha said her and baby daddy out.
No, she's talking about down on baby D.
Oh, baby D. I thought you were saying baby daddy.
Yeah.
Nah, you're not taking my nephew all the way there. That's too far from me. I need to. Matter of fact,
but now my question.
It's FaceTime. I can see him all the time. It's all good.
Exactly. Go ahead, Jerry. I'm sorry, Jerry. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, Black asked you if you were ready to leave, and you replied no at this moment, right?
Yeah.
My question to you is, based on what you said, would you be ready to go to war?
Would I be ready to go to war at this very moment?
And just fuck it.
If
we got time to prepare, we got time.
If we got time to prepare, listen. War is war, man. Like,
no. Same question like Black. No, Black. Don't switch it. Same question like Black asked, but I'm asking for the other side that you said. If it came down to it now, and Trump is doing his bullish, and about 2 years before and 1 year before he leaves, he's like, yo, bruh, civil war. I want blacks against whites. What's up?
Civil war. I want blacks against whites is crazy.
Yes, Jerry. If somebody threatens war against me, why the fuck would I not be ready? Like I'm lost at that.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying is that you just answered. You just gave me the perfect answer that I can bring back to you. If you're saying to me that you're not ready to leave at this moment, but God forbid there was a black against white war right now that Donald Trump said is going down, you'll be prepared to fight, right? So there's a yes to that, but there's a no to leaving America. So the answer is right there, Rich. You're willing to fight for the American fucking dream. And let's move on to the next topic, bro.
You know, now he's trying to drop the mic. He's trying to drop the mic.
No,
you're willing to fight for America.
First of all,
you can't leave.
I'm not. No, that's not why I'm fighting for America. I'm fighting for America because I don't have anywhere else that I live, nigga. What the fuck?
This is home, bro.
This
is home.
Like if I had another home somewhere else, Jerry. If I had another home somewhere else, Jerry, I might be more susceptible to that idea. Like, you know what I'm.
Hold on, but if it was a black versus white war, right? Biracial children, what do they do?
Oh shit. Oh my God.
What they do? What the biracial do? You gotta pick a side?
That's a question.
Or are they black automatically?
That was a good question.
What is Drake doing? What is Drake doing?
Where is Drake going?
There's gonna be shirts going. What would Drake do?
All right, listen. First and foremost, we do want to say that we're not promoting violence, black against white.
No, we're just talking.
You know what I mean? We're just talking about the state of the country and the things that the president is currently doing, and just the fact that it's a constant thing where there's always the portrayal of some different minority group in a negative light compared to what the actual story may be, but whenever it's the other way around, the portrayal always seems to put the minorities in a negative light in most situations if it involves Caucasians in a minority in any situation. And it's unfortunate. So we do want to make that very clear that we're not encouraging violence, black versus white. We don't want that or anything like that. You know what I mean? But And what I said,
We said that though, but I'm glad you're cleaning it up. But I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
no, no. I mean, that's what this conversation wasn't about that. You know what I mean? It was
yeah,
just more so just to get you. You got to ask questions. So,
right.
Captain Mathieu, I would read more of your comments, but you are too funny. Black versus white, we ride at dawn. One drop rule. If they ever want to see garlic powder again, they know what to do. What?
If they ever want to see garlic powder again.
All right. Well, Jerry, I also know that you had something that you wanted to discuss before we head out. We let's give it like a good 10 minutes and we out of here because we started like 8:15. So Jerry, you want me to read it up? Read it for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You want me to read it?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
all
it.
right.
I got it.
So we wanted to
Oh,
ask.
wait,
Jerry
what?
posed the question: single parent children who grew up with their mother should, and meaning like their father wasn't in their life to what degree, Jerry? Because this is your question. To what like not in their life at all, or
Jerry, just ask the question.
I mean, they just yeah, they just didn't grow. I guess they didn't grow up with them. You know, they didn't grow up with them in the home.
okay. So single parent children who grew up with their mother, should they go seek out their father for his side of the story as to why he was not present in their lives? What do you guys think? Black, let's start off with you. What do you think about that?
As a brother who grew up in a single parent household, um, I did go seek out the story, but my reason for a different reason. Because my mom, she kind of like always praised my dad. Like he wasn't around, but she always praised him like to be like such a good guy. But growing up to me, he wasn't like
Yeah,
a
I
good
remember.
father.
Yeah, I remember
Like,
you
you
used
know,
to you used to dislike him at first back when I was younger.
like you know what I mean? Like he wasn't a good father to me. Like I'm like this nigga. He don't know shit about me. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't like this nigga. Like for real. But yeah, I'm like. But my mom like always like praised him, whatever, whatever. Like always praised him. But so like you know, I gave him the chance. Like you know, I sat down with him. Like in a big age too. Low key after my mom passed is when me and him really had like a man to man conversation. And it's really like, yeah, she was low key like she low key made you look better than you were. Like it was reversed for me. Like you know what I mean? Like in the where my mom made him look better than he actually was.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So you disagreed with your mom assessment?
assessment of him. Like, like for real. Like, nah, ma, he's not it. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't it. Like, so it was reversed to me. But I do agree though. You should go seek that story though. If you can, you should go seek that story for sure.
Oh,
Talk your talk.
Jerry,
Rich, how do you feel about this?
the way I feel, I
Huh?
mean, I was gonna ask you, but sure. Thank you for asking me, Jerry. I appreciate you. You the man.
I got you, Rich.
You're right there. Let's go. um, before I go, Captain Metro said, no, nothing they say is going to seem valid enough to not be there. Ooh. Natasha Rodriguez says,
Ooh,
to connect the dots and for closure purposes, I say yes. Um, Me
there you
personally,
go.
I think it's case by case.
Yeah.
I think it's case by case. If it's in a situation where I think it's case by case, and I think it's also based on who you grew up to be in your life. If you grew up in your life to be a very,
Mm.
you know what I mean, like if you're not an understanding person and you're only going just to bash the person for not being there,
Mm-hmm.
why even introduce that negativity into your life? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like,
That's a sorry, not to cut. That's a good way to look at it. Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
oh, thank you, Jared. Thank you, Black. I
Because
appreciate it.
I didn't think about it that way.
Thanks. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like you, like how they left. If it, like, see for Black's example, his mom praised him all the time. You know what I mean? Which shout out to your mom for that because a lot of black men grow up with their mothers bashing the father, and that you know what I mean. And I think that it's really contingent upon your reasoning for it. Like Natasha said, connect the dots, closure purposes. Sometimes people go and find out that listen, it wasn't me. I was trying to be a part of your life. Your mom stopped me. You know what I mean? Like so for those situations, for those situations, I can understand why she's saying closure and connecting the dots and everything like that. But like, say your father was abusive, do you really want to connect with a guy who was abusive? You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely, here's how I feel. I genuinely feel like
I
if
think that goes back to what you said though.
mm,
Depends on who you are as a person yourself. Are you looking for, are you looking to forgive that person?
mm,
So you want to go and get that closure because you've already settled it in your heart. You've already dealt with it with your God. You've already, you know what I mean, you've already forgiven this person. So now you just kind of want to, you know what I mean, like I know there's a lot of people that goes, I don't need anything from you. They'll go, you know, they'll try to connect with their dad to be like, hey, listen, you wasn't there. I don't need anything from you. If I could get your side of the story and you want to give me your side of the story, you can. But this is more for me than it is for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I ended up just, you know, living my life, doing my thing. This is what I'm doing. If you want to say that, but like you just want to be able to close that chapter for yourself. And I think it's very important for us as individuals, if we have the opportunity to do that, go and close that chapter for yourself, you know, because you don't want to leave that door open and you have all of these questions and all you have is time to just contemplate shoulda, coulda, wouldas, you know?
hmm, I like that, Jerry. I mean, I don't disagree. I mean, if closing that chapter or figuring out the chapter, filling in the chapters throughout your life that was always missing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can definitely be
Mm-hmm.
helpful. But I feel like I've seen people who have like the way I want to put it is this. I feel as though it's not the child's job, even in adulthood, to go search out that parent. If they, because you might be disappointed when you go search out that parent and they want nothing to do with you still,
Mm-hmm.
True.
or they don't know who you are.
True.
It should be them. It should be them taking that hand to extend out and be like, "Hey, I fucked up here," or "Here's the truth of what happened. Your mom did this." Oh, you know what I mean? I couldn't see you because your
Yeah,
grandfather.
but how often, how realistic is that?
It's very realistic. If a father, those fathers would be like, "Yo, I kept on trying, but your mom never let me. Your mom never let me." When that kid became an adult, you could have. You chose not to. When the mom was no longer stopping you from
Mm.
seeing them and all that, and they're a full on adult,
Mm-hmm.
you chose not to. So so that child going out to reach out, I can understand their pain because it's like you know I'm
I
a full.
mean, you can't say that necessarily. What if that mother was very successful in creating a child that
Boy,
has this version of person, and you know what I'm saying, and there's nothing that could change that for that
I
child.
didn't
So
say that they
now
would change
you
the
know what I'm saying.
relation.
I wasn't there. I'm saying like that child is going into it already like judging and misfiring without even knowing the story. That's the reason why I even posed the question because I mean, is it a fair assessment to make of that man? I mean, I understand if he wants to be there, he's gonna be there. I can understand that. But what I'm saying is it fair to yourself to kind of, if you are curious as to, you know, like um figuring this stuff out for yourself and having that closure, like Natasha, one of our masterminds, said, isn't it important for you to at least just go and state your claim, so to speak, tell your story, just say what you need to say, or whatever, or figure out if there is a chance or an opportunity that your father wanted but never had, but now you've opened that door where you're like, yo, like I mean, I'm not too sure if you ever wanted to be a part of my life, but you know what I'm saying, like this is kind of me in my adulthood wanting to understand for myself. This is not, you know, my mom, this is not anybody who's been in my ear. This is me wanting to figure this out for me. And again, if that man decides at that moment to go, nah, like, yo, nah, it's your bitch ass mother, so it's you too. All right, cool. Like, you, that's closure in itself, I feel like. But you know what I mean? But there might be that opportunity in which you get a whole new perspective and a whole new side of the story that you never really, you know, would get if you didn't do that. So I don't know. That's really where I was coming from.
No, I respect that. Natasha Rodriguez said, depending on the story being told to the child, the parent may not feel comfortable reaching out after being non-existent for so long. Kenyatta said, "I agree.
Exactly.
I agree. If he really, Kenyatta agreed with me. If he really want to be around, you're gonna find a way. That like I hear what Natasha's saying. I hear what Natasha's saying, but I'm not saying that the father has to the father or the mother. Who I'm not saying that the absent parent has to now try to act like they're gonna join your life and be dad now. I'm just
Mhm.
talking about when you become an adult. If they cared and they were always trying and they really cared about having some type of relationship with you, they, it's their job to at least reach out and be like,
We just
You're
spoke about
right.
parents being humans too.
I
You
understand,
understand?
but
You
that's
gotta
why I
remember
said,
that
Exactly.
but
part
that's
of
why
it
I
too.
said, but that's
Exactly.
why I said a parent who's telling you they always wanted to try, because there's plenty of parents who say that they were trying and they weren't trying shit,
True.
because you know what I'm saying? Because
You're right.
when they become an
You're right.
adult, it's them that have to reach out and be like, yo, here's the situation. I'm not saying you have to accept me into your life, but I do want to give you some clarity. Because I know what I was going through as a parent, not being able to communicate with you. Here, let me tell you what the situation is. You can make your own decision from there if you want to continue communicating with me. But I do want to give you this closure, this clarity, this
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Because they're the adult, they're the one who's been on Earth dealing
That's
with
his
that.
responsibility. I feel like that's a father's responsibility, no matter what.
Yeah, you know what I
I agree
mean?
with you on that.
What's it called?
I'm
Captain Matthew said, that's still
you
unfair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, my bad. Matthew. Captain Matthew said, that's still unfair though. It's not about your comfort. You had a child. There has to be a piece of selflessness. Exactly. Young Sensation 32 said, lots of her ego involved when it comes to co-parenting. Takes special people to make it work. Very true.
That's it, bro.
Totally,
That's
totally.
a part of it, son. Like you gotta imagine sometimes, like again, when you say they're humans, bro, sometimes it's about his peace. Like let's be or her peace, whatever. Like sometimes he knows if he reaches out to this girl today, she's gonna make his day so gloomy, so dark, so stressful. He's like, yo, you know what? I'm not even gonna call her and ask for my kid today because I don't even want that gloom in my day. I can't handle that gloom in my day today. Like, what about that, bro? That's his
Damn.
thing, bro.
No, but Black, that's his fault. That was a bad choice he made, my boy.
I mean, niggas make bad choices every day. Like, what
That's
you
true.
like?
That's true. Every day, B.
You know what I mean? Niggas make bad choices every day, bro. Like that could you just
Every
chose that
day.
a bad BM. That's on you.
But what about the gloom of your child? She's not wrong. Captain Matthew said, but what about the gloom of your child? But anyway, y'all, check it out. We hit an hour. We trying to keep this. I got a baby. My girl, Natasha Rodriguez, is gonna get upset.
Damn. Why you put her business out?
Damn.
What you mean?
Don't do
What
that.
business did I put out?
Don't do that. That's
What business did I put out?
Don't,
No.
don't do that.
Listen,
Don't do that.
Natasha.
Listen,
I'm not
I've
saying
gotten
that the
plenty.
child. I'm not saying that the child. I know that the child. Listen, I'm not saying. I know that the child will suffer with that mindset. 100%. The child is going to suffer. But literally, you have to wait till there's a point where you can speak to your child at that point. Like in the younger ages, you can't really control that, bro. Like I see niggas go to jail over shit like that. Like I've seen niggas like have a job and go to
Very
jail
true.
and lose their job. Now they can't do nothing for that child. Like I've seen niggas lose their livelihood to try to go to the mother's house to go
Very
see
true.
them child. You have to wait till it's a time where that child can at least come and seek you out. Like I understand
Hell hath no fury like a woman
like a
scorned,
woman
right?
scorned. When a woman's fed up, there's nothing you can do about it. Like there's so many
Yo.
songs that show you when like in certain
Come
situations like
on, Black.
there's literally nothing I can do except I gotta just wait. Like, all right, when he turned 12,
My
I'm
man
gonna
put out
go to his middle school when he turned 12, and I'm gonna leave a prepaid phone on the desk. Like, yo, can you please give this to my child? Hopefully they don't tell the mother, because if they tell the mother, you asked out there too. Like, you know what I mean? There's like you gotta wait till you're able to do certain things where you can speak to your child outside of her. Like it can't like when they're young, gonna be stressed out.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to do that.
It's all good.
That
When
was
they're
good.
young, everybody gonna be stressed out.
Kenyatta said, "Yes, go to court. Do it the right." when you last down to have a kid, when you lay down to have a kid, it's not about your peace. If you want to deal with it, if you don't want to deal with it, just think about what your child dealing with. Natasha said, "Well, hopefully you get to tell your story and they're willing to
Yeah.
share it because the narrative is being formed that daddy wasn't shit. Ooh.
Talk your
And,
talk.
and like I said, in my situation,
Listen,
in my life, the narrative was formed. The narrative was formed that my dad was the best thing ever, and then I really found out that he wasn't shit. So you know what I mean? It
I didn't
could,
get to go into that. It was
huh?
reversed for me, Black. That's crazy.
It was
'Cause
reversed for me.
my mom told me. My mom kind of told me my dad wasn't really like he wasn't really like wanting to be in my life, and then I found out that that was not the case. You feel me? So it's like
it could be either way.
it worked out in my favor. I was just like, wait a minute, like you know what I mean? This dude he wanted to be there, but you kind of just made him not a part of it because you wanted my stepdad to really step into that role, but you know what I mean? He didn't step into that role. So you know what I mean? So it's for me, it was kind of opposite, but not really. It's not like she bashed him or anything. She just made it seem like, you know, he didn't really want to be in my life. And not only that, but she didn't make him seem like he was my dad anyway. She told me he was somebody else. So there's that, but that's another conversation for another day. So it's like I think it's very important, bro, for you to find out for yourself. I think it's an important thing for you to do outside of your parents once you are old enough to be able to, you know, move about on your own and kind of, you know, live your life according to how you want to live your life. I think it is very important if you grew up in a single family home with your mom to at least figure out if the story that you've been told your entire life kind of lines up. And you'll know that from the minute you meet the guy. If he was like a deadbeat and a person, you'll notice that from the minute you walk into the door. But you know what I mean? But there might be that chance in which that's not the case, bro. And I feel like it's very important for us as individuals, especially as Black people who have a big struggle historically with this kind of stuff, who you know, who have mental issues. We have trauma. We have, you know, decades of trauma because of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, all of this again was by design too. You know what I mean? Like they made it a point. America made it a point to take the Black man out of the home. And so this is what we have right now. So I feel like it's very important for us as individuals when we grow into adulthood to seek out that information for ourselves, man.
Very well said.
I mean, kind of wraps up our whole show. A bitter baby mother is a child's worst enemy. Like Rich said from
Yo,
the
don't wrap up the show with that. Bro.
Like Rich said that from
Don't
the
wrap
jump.
up the show with that.
I did say that from the start.
Huh?
I did
That
say
was
that.
what Rich said that from the start. That brings the show right back.
Yo, my man said on that note, let's end this very
All right,
sad.
well, listen up, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Everybody who's in here, Kenyatta, Catherine, Natasha, anybody else who was there before, we appreciate y'all joining. Please make sure to send this out to your friends. Next time, copy the link or hit the share button and text it out to a few of your friends. We really appreciate that. Or even DM it to your friends. You know, they can just click the link and then join us. You know, that's the way things work. We definitely appreciate that.
I'm so happy that we actually had commenters on YouTube because I feel like our show without the commentators, like I feel like we feed off of them a lot.
No, we do, but I mean, we still have conversation without it. You know what I mean?
No, of course, but I'm just saying.
But we do appreciate y'all joining.
It adds some extra flavor. It adds Caribbean flavor to entire. You know what I'm saying? It adds a little. I mean, it beats. You know what I mean? A little jerk.
Next week we'll look even better. I'm gonna have some borders around and have the topics at the bottom of the screen.
Rich, you don't gotta tell them.
Hold on, no. I want the people to know.
No, they'll just see it. When they see it, they just gonna be like, "Oh, that's new. Who did that?" And we're gonna be like, "Yo, my man Rich steps it up." Don't tell them nothing. Stop telling them all your secrets, bro.
My bad.
Pop out. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Thank you, Black. Thank you, Black.
Catherine, you want to be the guest next week? I'm DM me. Well, I'll take care of that. You can be the guest next week.
Natasha said, "Wrap it up, nigga. Go home. Okay. Not go home, but wrap it up."
All right. I'm wrapping it up. All right, everybody. We love y'all. Thank you for joining. All right, easy.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all stay back real quick. Y'all stay back.
Yeah, we staying.
All right.